story. It was smooth. It actually worked.
Hi, Miller. Miller, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are you so excited to be on the road at 5 a.m. tomorrow to come see me down in Westlake Village, California?
I yes. Yes, I am.
There's only one answer.
Yes. I'm even going to be descruffed.
Yeah, you better shave.
Yeah, I'm going to be descruffed.
And I'll wash my hair.
Yeah.
Today is a no wash hair day because I'm going to hot yoga later and I just had to wait.
Are there goats? Are there goats?
There's no goats in hot yoga. Oh my God, that would be terrible.
Or would it? Okay.
That'd be awful. Terrible.
So we should probably catch people up. So tomorrow there is a broker agnostic. That's my word of the day, agnostic. You have to use that 4 times in this podcast, agnostic. Broker agnostic, broker agnostic. They're all done. Now you have to
What does that mean, Miller?
It means everybody's welcome. There's an agent who's putting on I'm going to say a seminar, if you will, from a bunch of different people, and it's talking about branding. And we have people flying in. I know there's someone just flew in from Seattle. There's people driving in from Nevada, and it's going to be there in Westlake tomorrow. And at this particular one, they had limited amount of seating. So it was, it's kind of cool. It's broker agnostic. And obviously you're from Gratis Homes and I'm from Epic Realty. So people that heard about it are able to go, and is
it not hosted by Epic?
It's hosted by an Epic agent. Yes.
Okay.
It's hosted by an Epic agent. However, there's other speakers
Epic
there.
specific, and it is not a necessarily a recruiting event.
Correct. But people are going to be there from other brokerages, and you know what? Let's face it, recruiting happens. I think I'm going to get a shirt that says "Recruiting happens."
Recruiting happens.
Recruiting happens. Well, you just got back from
Side by Side,
an event that took place in
Palm Springs.
I almost said Palmdale. I almost said Palmdale.
I would have not. No. Different.
There's a P in the word, but other side of that, in Palm Springs, it was what, 3 days in Palm Springs, right?
Yes, it was last week, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 full fun-filled days. And I went with my with the founder of Gratis Homes, Shane, and my other teammate, Josh.
That's awesome. And on that same note, people have said to me, Scott, you do this podcast thing with someone from another agency. I said, you're right. I do. We're friends. Yeah. we're friends. It's one big happy world. And realtors are all trying to do the same thing and get people information and help them out. And you know what? Let's slide right into what our conversation was just before I hit the go button, is the buyer broker agreement. Is that something that I said it when we first came on, or just before I hit the go button, is it changes every 15 minutes, and which is true. However, you can go now.
Well, my response to that is how we approach it as agents administratively, that changes, but the premise and the idea of it does not change, and that is that if you are a buyer and you are working with an agent, it is now required nationally to have a signed agreement between you and your agent before you even go look at homes. And there's a lot of things about the buyer broker agreement in terms of I don't think it could be more than 3 months. Correct me if I'm wrong. It could be for a day. It could be for 30 days. It could be amended. However, if you go see, let's say you go see, home 123 on Elm Street, and you're going for that day, and that address is part of that contract. And after, if you break that contract and then you go with another agent or you go on your own and you purchase that home, then the agent that you are in contract with has a certain amount of time where their proceeds, you are responsible for their commissions or their concessions of that home. So there are the good thing about the contract, I believe, on the realtor side is that it protects you from losing a potential buyer to another agent.
From an unethical agent who tries to
within a certain time frame. Right. I've spoke with an agent who said that they did not necessarily put that contract into play, and it bit them because they were working very hard with potential buyers, and they turned around and went with another agent, and like their buyer went AWOL on them. The other part of it is the buyer is agreeing to a certain amount of commission with their agent, but it is the agent's job to make to use that all as part of the negotiation with the seller and the seller's agent. So it's kind of like, it's really always, I think what I said before we hit play or go was, it's really always kind of been this way. It was just never really spoken about, and it was the assumption was just that the sellers would pay the concession to their agent, and then the agent would be offering the split to the buyer's agent. Right. So now it kind of took that out. It's still it's the same but different.
It is. It's the same but different, and we'll hear it all the time in trainings. And something that I want customers to know is, I don't like using the word commissions, but I'm going to say commissions. Our commissions are negotiable. So when it goes back to the buyer broker agreement, like you just said, Rachel, is it can be by the day, by the week, by the month. You can put it in for the next hour. So you're not married to that agent. Say you talk to an agent and you really want to see the house and you guys just don't mesh. Well, that's fine. When you do the buyer broker agreement, you can put on there for one day. And also down below, you can put it by city or by county. So especially down there in your market where you have Ventura County, you have what is that? Up north of you. I just drew a blank. Santa Barbara County, you have LA County. So if you did a buyer broker agreement for Ventura County, it covers you for all of Ventura County. And then that same buyer finds a house in LA County, you get nothing.
It could be as broad or as narrow.
Absolutely. And I do like it. It has created some interesting scenarios. I've only run into it once where I'm going to say that the typical commission standpoint is 6%. So 3% to the buyers, 3% to the seller agent. However, the seller can say, you know what, I'm not going to pay the buyer's agent. I have no interest in paying a buyer's agent. And that's when the buyer has to negotiate with their agent.
Or the buyer can tell their agent, don't show me any homes where the seller is not offering concessions.
Right. And that becomes it.
But that really, so it really comes down to, as a seller, your home on the market is most desirable if you are in fact willing to negotiate concessions with your buyer's agent.
Right. It's agreed. And there are people who say, no, I'm not paying them. And then at that point, you can talk to your buyer and say, okay, what do you want to do? And then we could, in the purchase agreement, you can put in there, the buyer does not have the funds to pay my commissions. And are you offering? Because we're not able to put into the MLS, the multiple listing service, what percentages, if any,
cannot be advertised any longer
in any way, shape, or form.
You can say, but seller will consider concessions. That's the most you can say.
Right, correct. Which I like, because it makes us as agents. Let me rephrase that. It should make us as agents reach out to the other agent and say, "Hi, Mrs. Agent, my name is Scott. I'm looking at 123 Elm Street. Is the seller offering concessions?" Oh, they are. At this point, this is, as the seller's agent, you have already talked to your agent, or to your seller, saying, do you want me to say what it is, or just say, yes, we're offering, and you can, as the buyer's agent, put it into the offer. and
I
make it
kind of
forever.
I kind of chuckled when you said, typically it's 6%.
Right?
Now, so I chuckled for two reasons. One is always remember, and if there's, whoever chooses to listen today, whether you're a realtor or you are buying a home or thinking about selling your home, it's commissions have always been negotiable, always, always,
Absolutely.
always. And what got us in this pickle was that was a brokerage that was doing a fixed firm, and that was against the antitrust laws. And so now this is why it's been kind of deconstructed and rebuilt back up. 6% in your area, we're back. We're down to we're in fives. So it's like 2.5%.
Right.
Then that also brings me to another topic I thought would be kind of interesting to mention. And I think you sent me a funny about this, is what you get for a 1% agent.
I did send you that.
4.5% agent. That was funny. So keep in mind that the hope and the prayer is that if you bring on an agent and you are in agreement of a 2.5 or 3% or 6%, whatever it is, know that agent, their job is to work for you. And you kind of have to think about if you're going to bargain shop for your agent, you might get very subpar service. And I know for me and for my teammates, we go above and beyond. We enter every client and every transaction as a luxury transaction, no matter what the price point is. We offer amazing staging, amazing marketing, and I would venture to say that the level of service we provide, you'd be hard pressed to find for a 0.1% agent. So keep that in mind. You get what you pay for.
I was going to say, it goes back to you get what you pay for. And there are a lot of discount brokerages, and you know what? They may be fine. It just really depends on the brokerage
And the market.
And the market. I mean, I just looked at something you said a minute ago.
I got to close my window.
Your average home sale down there is $1.2 million, 1.23 actually, and mine up here is 300,000.
Yeah, but also some of it is somewhat relative. I can't wait to get my green screen. I just want to tell you, because I'm tired of disappearing. It is sort of kind of all relative. Maybe a very similar house up in Ridgecrest we could have the same house. It's just we're in different areas. It's not so much that perhaps, we do have a lot of beautiful houses out here and a lot of wonderful houses for 1.2. But we all know that a 1.2 house can mean a lot of different things depending on where you are.
1.2 in Ridgecrest would be amazing. Amazing.
So what is your luxury price point out there?
4 or 5.
Okay.
I'm
moving to Ridgecrest.
Maybe 6.
I am right now packing my bags.
Tease. There's a house going up that I am familiar with going up next week for 3.2 million. Yeah,
that's pretty impressive, Ridgecrest.
It is. It's 3.2. It should be up next week, is what I'm hearing.
I can't wait to see it.
It's a beautiful property. I know someone that lived in it for a while, and people lived in it for a while. It's a beautiful property. But you and I have had conversations, and when I say this, I'm not disparaging anything from anybody's house. But there are houses I've sent Rachel, and she's like, "That's a teardown, right?"
Don't.
No, it was. It was less than stellar. And I'm like, no, it's less than stellar, but it's a Ridgecrest house, and I live here, and I love Ridgecrest houses. There are a lot of houses that can definitely use some upgrading, without a doubt.
Well, and that is true here as well, 100%. But they're like $1.2 million.
Uh, and I kind of blame HGTV in a good
Okay.
positive way. Is a lot of the buyers are looking for the perfect never lived in house that was built in 1962 or 1981 or 1994, and it's not quite like that. I'm working with one right now that house was built in 1992, and my repair request was 11 pages. I'm like, this is not a new house. There's 11 pages.
Plus one.
Oh, plus one.
Yeah,
11
that's me
pages
turning off
plus
my
one.
phone. All right. Yeah, it does like 11 pages of repair requests. I was like, wow, that's really a long repair request. Why would we do that? No.
So in other words, they want the seller to flip the house.
Yes. I was like, that's not happening. It's a beautiful house. It's right by a lake, right by the ski resorts. And you can go rafting or skiing all within like an hour of each other, or not rafting, boating. Well, there's actually rafting there too. It's right next to the Kern River. It's pricing, and I'm sure you've seen this down there also. I saw it a lot after the catastrophes down in Los Angeles after the fires.
I just realized my logo is backwards.
No, it's logo's right on my end.
Really? It spells S. It's backwards from what I see.
No, it's on my end. It's now it just says US because your head. There you go.
It reads correctly to you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go on. Sorry.
Squirrel. I don't know what I was saying. I have no idea.
Damn it.
I
think it was important too.
Yeah. Can we rewind? I don't remember what I was saying.
Something about the Kern River.
The house in thank you. The Kern River house. Yeah, it can be at the Kern River. You can go boating, rafting, or skiing all within like 20 minutes of each other.
I think we were past that.
Yeah, but okay, now we're past that. The HGTV, yeah. Lost my train of thought completely. Thank you, Rachel.
Moving on.
I've totally lost my train of thought now. I'm going to share this other screen here, I think. So I'm going to move mine out of the way. And this is...
What are we going to look at?
I think I'm going to look at share the screen. I'm going to share this screen right here. Look at that. Bang. Look at that. Oh, that's mine. Okay, I'll show you mine. My market report. Wait. That one says 935. Okay, interesting. Mine in Ridgecrest, like we were just talking about houses. I know what I was talking about. I'll come back to it though. So in Ridgecrest, our median home price is a little over $300,000 and 72 houses in the active listings. 6 in the last couple of days. And this says 48 days on market. It's between 48 and 60 days on market now. And a lot of it, in my opinion, and we also didn't do that disclosure, in my opinion, people are going with that HGTV pricing and going up high and then going lower. That's what I keep seeing. And now I'm going to try to make that go away. And I don't even know where that's at. Oh, wait, watch this. I'm going to go click. And, okay. And now I'm going to show you this again. And
you didn't realize it, but I was like totally frozen that whole time.
Oh, yes, you're right. I did not notice that. Okay, this should be you now. Share. This should be Thousand Oaks.
Just Thousand Oaks. I was kind of before clumping in little surrounding cities, Newbury Park, Westlake Village, but today I just wanted to talk about good old TO. So we are our median price is down about 18%. Median price is 1.23. See, I'm skipping. Look at my face.
Yes, you are. I don't know why. I'm not.
You read my report.
I'll read your report. Thousand Oaks, they're at $1.23 million, down about 18% from February to March. 120 active listings. That's a lot of properties. That's down 42% from last month. That's amazing. 13 new listings and about 27 days on market, which again, that's interesting. It's
So
only 1,000 Oaks.
I'm wondering how that seems. 120 houses on market just in Thousand Oaks. Well, I guess all properties in general. So that could be possible.
Yeah, that's probably showing. That's showing land. That's showing
Condos,
condos.
townhomes, the
Right.
whole enchilada. Yeah.
That's showing everybody. We have 2 viewers too. Hi, you 2 viewers.
Who's watching?
I don't know. I can't see them, but they can see us. Hi.
Cool. Hello.
The HGTV. Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Oh, good.
The house pricings, and I can't prove this, and this is just a weird observation that I've noticed, that after the catastrophes down in Los Angeles and after the fires, I was seeing house prices around, I'm going to say around California, steadily creeping up. I wasn't really seeing sales, but I was seeing the house prices going up. But then I see the house prices that get the modifications. I mean, I don't know if I can pull it up right here or not, but one of the things I was noticing when I pulled up one of my local reports is the reports that show the where is it? That show, and I'm not finding what I want right now. That show the changes in the different markets and the changes in pricing. Is I see about 40% of the houses I see get price reductions when they're up there. People are like, "Oh, let's try to get XYZ." And you and I have said this before in the podcast, is people really need to be cautious. Don't put your house price way up there. It looks great. Let's go try to get the $3.5 million. But when you go to get it appraised and it appraises at 2.5, if you want that house, you're going to come up with the additional monies. Or the buyer's going to come up with these additional monies if it's not written into the contract as a concession or as a condition of the sale. So right price the house, that's really important to get the house right priced. Is when it's not, that can be a problem. And no, I don't want to leave that. Cancel. That can be a problem if it's not done the right way. And I just found the site I wanted to find a second ago. Like just here in Ridgecrest, I'm going to pull this up here, and I don't think I can show this on public. But
as a seller, I mean, as a seller can always insist on what they want to list the house for. They could listen to their agent and hear everything their agent has to say. But at the end of the day, the seller can say, "This is what I want." And if they list their house for something outrageous, the market is gonna do the job, and the house is gonna sit, and the seller is gonna realize, and then there's gonna be a price reduction, and that doesn't look great.
Well, in the last 30 days, just here in Ridgecrest, I should rephrase that. In the last 30 days, just in the Kern County area, in Ridgecrest, Lake Isabella, down in Detrona, in the last 30 days, there's been 170 new listings.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been 70 listings with price changes.
For the month, for what?
The last 30 days. So that is including stuff that's already on the market. But 107 new listings, and then listings with price changes are 70. And that's either up or down, but even still, that's a big number. 70 price changes. That's a big number. I'm looking through them right now.
Here in Thousand Oaks, in the last 3 weeks, we have had 7 price changes.
Okay, that's not horrible. Yeah, I'm all looking at. These are all active listings that all had price changes. Wow.
So before we wrap up, let's mention that we will not be doing a podcast next week. I'll be in Yosemite with my kiddos for spring break.
You
when
have
we
multiple.
come back,
Are you calling Mark a kiddo?
no, I'm calling Bella and her boyfriend my kiddos.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, see, you left that part of the conversation out. Okay,
Her boyfriend, I call my kid.
got it.
We have the kids.
Got it.
And then the following week, which I think is March 26th, we have a guest, a title rep from Chicago Title joining us.
Awesome possum. We love that. If you have questions, feel free to drop us an email. We have our website streaming across the bottom of the I can't talk on the bottom here, and I don't know if our emails are. But,
yeah. Oh no, not our emails.
Yeah, Rachel. Let's call you Rachel. Rachel, what's your email address?
22 Rachel Marino at gmail.com. The number 22 Rachel Marino at gmail.com.
We love that, and mine is Scott Miller at epique.com, EPIQUE, epique.com. And our websites are scrolling along the bottom of that. Gratis Homes, California, gratishomes.com. And I can be found at Ridgecrest at Epic Realty, and it's sellingkern.com. And like we've said, is Rachel works at Gratis Homes. I work at Epic Realty. She is in Ventura County. I am in Kern County. And tomorrow maybe we could do like a quick 5-minute.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We should do a quick 5-minute. Hey, look at this.
For sure. And I got my Pivo and it's going, oh no.
I look like Santa Claus, don't I? Ho, 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 ho. Wear a mask. Yes.
All right.
Well,
Scott, we'll chat soon. I'll see you tomorrow. I might be a little late, but I'll be there between 9 and 9:30.
Perfect. And I'll be leaving at 5, so I'll just wake you up. Wake up!
Okay. Sounds good.
We'll talk soon. Take care, everybody.